Hi guys, today I'm here with my monthly favorites video showing you everything that I loved in July. I have a new favorite kind of pink lipstick, a new favorite nude lipstick, some great body products, a new favorite SPF, so let's go ahead and get started. I should also say I had every intention of filming this look as either a full-on YouTube get ready with me, but then I decided I wanted it to be an IGTV, and I was filming it and I just hated it, so I stopped filming it. But as always, everything that I'm wearing will be listed down below. The first item that I love this month and wore a ton in preparation to review it, but also just because I loved it, is the NYX Bare With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I wore this so much, especially because it's been so hot here in Toronto. I wanted to wear very little on my face. On a lot of days I actually didn't wear any makeup at all, but when I did want to reach for something to put on my face, I loved this. It's a really nice kind of, it doesn't deem itself a tinted moisturizer, it's a tinted skin veil, and honestly I feel like the word tinted moisturizer, like, I don't get it. Like, I'm still gonna put on a moisturizer anyways, and it just, most of the ones that I've tried, like the NARS, the Laura Mercier, they just feel like lightweight foundations to me, in my opinion. But anyways, I really like this. I do have a full review, wear test with flash photo, etc, etc. I love wearing it just on its own with nothing else on my face, or I can wear it with makeup. Pairs great with powder foundation too, if you want to add a little bit of coverage in there too. But yeah, I was really impressed with this. Seems like a lot of you liked it too, so I'll link the review down below if you happen to miss it. Two primers that I really loved this month. The first, I actually did a full dedicated review testing this versus the original Fenty primer, and I did use this in my most recent current foundation routine, so I will link to that down below. It is the Fenty Pro Filter Mattifying Foundation primer, and I really liked this when I first put it on in the review, and now that I've been wearing it a little bit more too. It's interesting because when you first put it on your face, it doesn't mattify instantly, and I was kind of like, uh-oh, but you can see in that review very clearly that it absolutely helps to keep my oils at bay, which is what's the most important to me. I don't need my face, and I prefer actually my face not to look too matte right off the bat anyways. I really want something that's going to help with oil combating throughout the day, and this absolutely did that. And the other primer that I loved, I probably should have mentioned it in conjunction with this tinted skin veil, but it is the Bare With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer. While this isn't necessarily mattifying, it's really nice and light. It's hydrating, so it pairs great with more matte foundations if you're in kind of like a combo normal place with your skin, and it just has a really beautiful soothing texture. It's beautiful on its own as well. It adds this really nice kind of like plump, healthy, hydrated look to the skin without it being heavy. It still absorbs in really quickly. So I've really been loving using this, not only with the tinted skin veil, but also just on its own with other foundations, like I said, especially ones that are a little bit more matte. I've got to say, I think this is my favorite primer that NYX has done so far. For blush this month, you know how much I love the Balm Swiss Dot, RIP. From what I can tell, she has left the world, and I'm gonna stop using mine, I guess, because I want to hold on to it forever. Since then, I've switched on to the Buxom Mykonos blush, which I absolutely love, but I have also been using this one, and I find this to be very similar to those other two blushes if you don't want to go spend high-end money on a blush, but you're craving the type of blush that I love oh so much. This is a great option. It's from Annabelle. It's their Perfect Blush line. So recently they changed the packaging, or like in the past year. This one is in the shade Spring Petal, and this is like at Walmart $6 or something like that. Like, it's a really good price, and it has the exact same color and kind of undertones that I love in those other two blushes that I mentioned. I will say the other two are kind of like primer infused, and I find them to be a little bit more long wearing, but this is still a great blush. Beautiful color. There's a nice few shades in the range. I do find a lot of them to be more suited to fairer skin tones, but this absolutely shows up on my skin. I'm pretty sure I used it in a Get Ready With Me not long ago if you want to see it in action, but I feel like Annabelle can definitely get overlooked, and this is such a beautiful blush and absolutely competes in color with the other two blushes that stole my heart. Now let's talk lips. I mentioned this in my most recent current foundation routine, like I just said, but this is the Burts lipstick in Flushed Petal, and as I mentioned in that video, if this wasn't sent to me in PR, I would have never picked up a shade like this. So I'm so glad that I have the ability, or I have the opportunity to try things from brands via them sending it to me, because I really get to explore new colors, formulas, shades that I wouldn't necessarily before, and this has become an absolute staple. I really love it. It pairs really well with the kind of warm eye looks that I like to do, like today and like I did in that video, but it's also beautiful on its own on like a no makeup day. It's a really, really nice shade of pink. I think it's like a little bit kind of more neutral perhaps of a pink that I would go for, but that's why it kind of looks so nice in contrast to the more warm eye looks that I tend to do, but it's not like a cool Barbie pink, which is like absolutely what I never ever go for. And the formula on these are great, really, really hydrating, really moisturizing. It's more of like a liquefied lipstick than it is a liquid lipstick that will dry down matte, but this range is incredible. The nudes in this line are amazing too, but this pink has really stolen my heart this month. This next lipstick is just, it's what I'm wearing on my lips. I have no lip liner, no lip gloss, no fluffing needed to make it look like this, and it's the perfect kind of like nudie, peachy. Oh, it's just so perfect. It's so comfortable, so moisturizing. It is from L'Occitane and is one of their fruity lipsticks. So it has kind of like a kind of a core in the middle. So there's two different shades in here, and I think that's what makes it so perfect, because they're, if I've ever talked about like my favorite lip combinations, it's always this kind of like rosy, browny, nudie shade, and then I'll put a little coral on top of it just to warm it up and bring a little life to it. And that's exactly what this is, kind of in combination, and it just it's the perfect shade. It's so comfortable, so hydrating. There's not much of a scent to them at all, I don't think, which doesn't bother me. I love the yellow packaging too. There's like no lipsticks that have yellow packaging, but this color, so perfect. There's a bunch of other different shades in the line as well that are gorgeous, but this nude one, oh, it's gonna be a fave of mine for a while, I think. Talking about nails for a moment, as you know, for the past 6 or 7 months, I've just been addicted to Kiss nails because they're so easy. They look so good. People are always like, oh, where did you get your nails done? And I'm like, they're press-ons, and people are like, what? And they've come a long way. They're gorgeous. I'm still obsessed with them, but I have a lot of nail polish and I was feeling very guilty about ignoring it. So I've been trying to like grow my nails out and wear more nail polish. So the first thing that I want to mention is one of my favorite nail hardeners. So I've got a couple nail favorites here. These are like my overall nail favorites that I've been using for years. So this is the Nailtiques Formula 2. I purchased this on Amazon. I've also gotten it on nailpolishcanada.com. I don't know what Formula 1 is. I've only ever used Formula 2, and I feel like it really, really has helped my nails over the years, strengthening them. I use this mostly as a base coat now, or if you want to use it as a hardener, you can just kind of like add it onto your nails if you want to wear them bare. I don't have it here in front of me, and I'm not sure where it is, but something else that I can say absolutely helped grow my nails was the CND RX Rescue, I believe it's called. And if you can go like 2 or 3 weeks, even a month, without putting anything on your nails, this is what I did like last year when I needed to really repair my nails, and just rub that on your nail and cuticle morning and night. Wow, what a difference that makes on my nails. If not, you can just use it kind of like in between manicures and stuff. That was sent to me in PR, or given to me at an event, because I was mentioning wanting to grow out my nails, but I'm pretty sure you can buy, I know you can buy it online, I just can't remember exactly where, but I think you can actually get it through Ulta. I'm not totally sure about Canada, but I'll link to it down below. But those two I really love for growing out my nails. And then in terms of actual nail polish, I've got so many here because I want to talk to you about a specific collection. So the one that I have on my nails right now that I absolutely love is from Sally Hansen. It's in I-Tiramisu. I think this is from their holiday collection, but it's just a really, really perfect kind of like beigey, a beigey shade that's not too sheer, or not sheer at all. But this collection, their neon collection, is so fun. I've been wearing like the peach one a ton. One for a little while there, I did a manicure with all of the shades. There's a purple too, which I don't have here in front of me. I love the brush on the Sally Hansen because it's nice and thick. It's similar now to the, or they've always had it, but then the Essie Gel Couture have also come out with a thicker brush, which I appreciate. And I really love this collection. Some of them are a little more sheer than others, and they do recommend for some of them to put a white base under them. It kind of depends, like the pink probably needs a white base under it, but they're really, really gorgeous. The shades are beautiful. I love the brush. Sally Hansen tends to do like country specific collections, so I don't know if this one was available in the United States, but I cannot get enough of that. And then, no, that's not it. And then my favorite top coat, although I like the one that comes with Sally Hansen, my favorite of all time is the Essie Gel Couture top coat. It can't be beat. It's like, makes it thick, glossy, more long wearing, and it's a really good top coat on top of the Essie Gel Coutures, but I also use it on top of like any nail polish. So those are all of my nail favorites for the current few months. A little bit of skin and body that I want to get into. One of my more recent videos, I think my last video, was my favorite toners for oily skin, and as of last week I tried a new new toner and I'm obsessed with it. It's kind of a toner, kind of a moisturizer. So it's from Laneige, my fave. It is the Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. And this, it says it's for normal to dry skin, but it's for everybody. And this, dare I say it, this shit is insane, okay? It is so good. I've been using it ever since I got it about 2 weeks ago, so I know it's still early days, but I wanted to mention it to you because I got a lot of questions when I posted about it on Instagram. I messaged them just trying to figure out if I want to use like my regular serums and stuff, when exactly I should put this in, because every time I've used this, I've just used it on its own, and I was blown away. If you're the type of person who has really oily skin and none of my moisturizers for oily skin satisfied you because they still all felt too heavy, or you just don't like that feeling or whatever it may be, buy this. This is it. It's literally like it's like if you had a glass of milk and added water to it, that is the texture. It is so light. You put it out on your hands, you pat it into your skin. The first night that I used this, I saw a difference. Like I woke up the next morning, I only used this, like washed my face, put this on, and my skin was so soft, so hydrated. It's incredible. They said they've been working on it for 19 years and it absolutely feels like it. I am so pleased with this. It said it's softening and intense moisturizing, white leaf tea, and it's a 2-in-1 hybrid. Softens like a toner, hydrates like a moisturizer, and it is gorgeous. I'm so impressed with this. So I will continue to keep testing it. I still need to do my daytime skincare routine, so you absolutely may see this pop up in there, but I have used it both night and day. I'm not totally sure how I should incorporate it into my actual routine, if I want to do like a vitamin C serum and you know, where should my serum go first, or like I feel like this should go underneath because it's the lightest in texture. But anyways, yeah. Ooh, she's gorgeous. To protect my soft and moisturized skin, I've been loving a new SPF. As you know, Neutrogena Hydro Boost is my all-time fave, using it all the time, but I gotta switch it up sometimes. And the Paula's Choice Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid has impressed me. This is an SPF 50 with antioxidants, soothing plant extract, water light fluid that minimizes the appearance of pores and helps prevent UV damage and signs of aging. For an SPF 50, this has almost no white cast. I won't say it's completely translucent like the Hydro Boost is, the kind of blue one from Neutrogena, but it is very, very close. I absolutely wear this with no makeup. I wear it with makeup. It is light and it's beautiful, and I love that it's an SPF 50 without being like super sunscreeny, if that makes sense. So it is considered a moisturizer, so it's got nice ingredients in there like green tea. It has oat, which is really soothing on the skin. You also getting like grape extract, green tea, black elderberry, pomegranate, like lots of good things in there for your skin. But overall, I just love that it has a light texture. It has SPF 50. It doesn't feel greasy, and it says it helps with pores, but the texture is not like a pore filling primer or anything like that, because I don't like that feeling necessarily. And yeah, this really impressed me. If you are Canadian, I have purchased from the Paula's Choice website with no issues. That's where I would recommend picking it up from. I think you can actually get, Ebates from Paula's Choice as well, and they have sales all the time. It says it's good for normal, oily, and combo. I know they've got a bunch of different SPFs. This is one of their newer ones. I feel like I'm talking really fast, but I'm really, really loving it. And lastly, for the bod, I have been loving the Dove Exfoliating Body Polish. I've talked about, like I am part of their Beauty That Cares influencer campaign, and this is not sponsored, but I have some Instagram posts about their lavender body wash, which I really, really love, but this is the kind of like exfoliating counterpart, and it's the lavender and coconut milk body polish. Oh, the smell, and I'm not really that much of a lavender person, and I finished up the lavender body wash, but I feel like Dove really got me into lavender, and it's a really nice soft lavender. Like sometimes it can just be so powdery, but what I like about this scrub is I find sometimes the scrubs, either the granules can be too big or there's not enough of them. So when I go to scrub, it just doesn't feel like it's doing an even job, but this has such tiny granules. It's like, this might be a bad description, but it's like if you picked up wet sand, but it's smaller granules and in a good way, and rubbed it on your body, although I like the feeling of rubbing wet sand on your skin. But I just really enjoy this. It does a really good job because sometimes they're just too oily or too creamy, and this I really feel like is a body, I guess they're calling it a body polish, not even a scrub. It really does feel more like a polish, and in the winter months I was using this and it felt really, really good to get rid of some of that dry skin, the kind of flakier skin, and in summer I'm showing more skin and I want it to look smooth as always, so really good all year round. I love this scent. I think they have some other scents. I'll probably try out some of the other ones. That's why I always love the Dove body washes, is because there's so many scents and I get bored that I like to like try a new one every time I pick up a new bottle. But yeah, I really love this and it's super affordable. So there you have it. Those are all of my favorites for the month. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below what you were loving this month. Are you intrigued by any of the things that I loved this month? If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!